sure we are. We are live, so let's go back and run a little bit of fun stuff just for giggles. Hopefully we should see people's comments on here now. Good morning and welcome to Elevensies, the weekly late morning show with Lisa and Anton.
And I'm Lisa on this wonderful snowy morning here in upstate New York.
Oh my goodness, we got snow.
We did have our work cut out for us when we're done here. But welcome to today is a very special day, very special energy. We are in the midst of a couple of really wonderful things. It is the full moon in Cancer today, so that is known as the wolf moon. And it's also the birch lunation in the Celtic lunar zodiac, which is a time for starting something. But Cancer is at home in connection to the moon. The moon rules the sign of Cancer. It's a very nurturing and healing and just a very, very positive energy time. And then we also have Venus emerging today as the morning star, finishing up her 584-day orbit. So rising above the underworld, much like Persephone would come back to announce spring. So we have this birch energy for starting something. We have this Venus energy for love and kind of self-care and care for the earth. We have the full moon in Cancer, which is about nurturing and healing. And this would be an awesome day to do some healing work, emotional healing work as well, right? Because Venus was the heart center, and the moon rules the third eye. So whatever you're feeling is going to be affected by the moon and Venus. I see you raising an eye.
No, I'm thinking good morning. I see we've got Mike and Brenda and Anna Marie joining us. So thank you for joining us.
So later today, we're going to do a ritual and then record it like we did the prosperity ritual. We're still burning the prosperity candles from the Capricorn new moon. Burn a little bit whenever we're in here and able to kind of jazz up that energy and receive it and send it out for whoever watches that ritual. So if you haven't seen that yet, you can connect to the energy of the Capricorn new moon, which was a couple of weeks ago. Excuse me. Fortnight, 14 days ago. Half a cycle. You can connect to that and watch that and receive prosperity. And then after tonight, once we record this, we'll be putting out a healing ritual for people. And again, it'll be the same kind of thing where
we got echo on the audio. Why have we got an echo on the audio?
I don't know.
Does it sound horrible, does it? We are echoing. All right, hold on. Let me have a look at that. Find out why we're echoing. What have we got going on?
Too many cameras, maybe.
Well, yeah, I know we have multiple cameras, but we should only have audio on one of them. So just bear with me a second here. Well, I fix that. Keep talking, and I'll be.
We're echoing.
Well, you've got to keep. That's good. We're just going to sit here and be silent. Let's figure out what's going on.
Anyway, all right. So. Last night, tonight, and tomorrow night are the days that you would honor the full moon, or work with the full moon's energies. So yesterday the moon was waxing, so you would be building something. Today you can be building something, starting something, and tomorrow would be a great day to release something, right? So today would be a great day to allow yourself to receive healing, and you might feel that energy coming in and kind of collecting negative energy or things that you wanted to release, and tomorrow you could work on releasing them, exhaling them, seeing them being grounded out, or seeing them being lifted away, however it is you want to do that work.
I think we might have fixed it now. Does that sound better, good people? I apologise. It was me. I got 2 audio inputs routed to the same way. What an idiot. What an idiot.
Technology and the Mercury retrograde are always fun, too.
Oh, you can guarantee I'm going to screw something up special. Always. Always, always, always. Let's have a look.
All right. Well, let's hope that we're doing a little better now. So we can see what people are saying.
What an embarrassment.
And see if we're still echoing or not.
He is. Oh, yes, much better. Perfect. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Sorry about that. See, we can't actually hear what's going on here, because if we did, we'd be in this stupid feedback loop, wouldn't we?
I have no idea. I just do what I'm told. Sit here, do what I'm told.
Oh, yeah. Just sit there, look beautiful.
That's it. Sit here and look beautiful. I've got my my Witch and Famous
I love it.
T-shirt on today. So
I love it. Yes, I'm sorry about that. Yes, Mercury bit our bum. That's it.
All right. So full moon in Cancer. We'll be doing a ritual later, and we would love it if you guys would continue to empower the ritual and empower yourselves, right? So the Capricorn new moon ritual is out there, and it's captured that space in time, or that time where there is no time, that sacred space. And whenever you join in and watch it, you're connected to that sacred space, and you can do that prosperity ritual over and over and over again. And we'd love to hear about your successes. And then tonight, we're going to be doing our healing circle. So we're going to do 4 of these rituals, 1 for prosperity, 1 for healing, 1 for love, and 1 for spirituality. But we're going to do these 2 now because these are fantastic energies to capture for those precise things. So a lot of witches don't care about astrology as far as what sign the moon is in or what phase the moon is in. They just work with full moon. They don't work with the other moon phases, and they don't worry about where the moon is seated. But in our tradition, we definitely follow the energy of where the moon is seated. And this is a fantastic opportunity because of the connection with Venus. You've got Venus, the Sun, and Pluto in Capricorn, and you've got the full moon in Cancer across the chart saying, let's compromise, let's build this magical energy. Ooh. Take these 2 halves and make magic.
Yes. Oppositions hurt, but resolution of opposition good. Triangle. Magical triangle.
Yeah,
much
that's
like
what Caradwin's... manifesting good stuff. All right. So we said we were joking about the Mercury retrograde. And we do have ways that you can kind of take care of that. So many of you know that Anton makes candles.
I've been known to. I have been known to.
And we have a sacred space that those candles are hand poured in as well, you know. So he made for the shop some Mercury retrograde remedy kits, which have 3 candles and a spray. He made a special spray so that you could use that to kind of diffuse or level out the crazy of Mercury retrograde.
Hang on, we've got a problem with our communication. Let me just spritz you with this.
Yeah, let me just close your eyes. You're clear. But no, Mercury retrograde, it's retrograde in Aquarius, and then it'll be moving back into Capricorn.
Oh, nice.
So in Mercury retrograde in Aquarius is like a double hit of technical gear and computers and communication devices being screwed up.
Well, that's why I had 2 voices.
And yeah, exactly.
You're speaking with 2 voices today, apparently.
And you might notice that you have a great creative flow and then a difficulty delivering it, or a difficulty remembering a fantastic idea. So over these next few weeks, as you're working through whatever it is that you're trying to produce or take care of, write things down, because you may have...
might get slightly sidetracked.
You may need to go look up
slightly
the plan later, and it may not be as easy to remember right now. I know I certainly need to make notes for myself.
Well, yeah, we suffer from CRS sometimes.
Can't remember
stuff.
Yeah,
can't remember stuff. Yes, at least it doesn't turn into craft. Can't remember a shopping thing or whatever. Yeah. Yes, insert expletive. No, we got lots going on, haven't we?
Yeah,
we got lots going on. We got to go shovel. I got to go shovel.
We got to shovel, and then we want to do ritual tonight, and this week is just going to go by so quickly.
All right, listen, there's lots of people
Right, why don't you
watching
read
us
some
today.
of these? Read some of
Oh,
these.
we could do this. We could do this. Lots of people have joined us. Lots of people pointed out we sounded awful. Thank you for that. Hopefully we sound better
That's
now.
our lick of mercury today.
That was it. You can guarantee. I even set this up last night and I thought this is going to be great. We never thought to check the audio, did I? Oh dear. Sorry. Anyway, yes. So let's have a look. Oh, so guys, if you're watching us, what would help us? We're trying to build our channel very much. So if you would, while you're watching, just go ahead and smash that like button. It's going to cost you nothing other than a second to do it. If you would do that, that would be wonderful, because that really is going to help the algorithm go, oh, people kind of like these people, and that makes it show it to more people who might like us, and so on and so forth, and before you know it, world domination.
And that's the plan, right? World domination is the plan.
Yeah, sort of. Well, yes, exactly. What's it? Let's have a look. We'll start at the good morning.
Yes, if you're going to sign up for the astrology class, please do so soon.
Yes,
because I have to order books.
Yes, there are books involved. So, Witch and Famous, yes, I'm going to sign up for the astrology class. Good morning, all. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what's been happening. Okay, well, thank you. Yes, I see people are now smashing that like button. Thank you very much.
Yes,
indeed.
thank you. That does help.
That does help us. All right.
So, do you want to show them your Mercury retrograde?
Are we going to do the show? These are the retrograde remedies. Yes.
This is what you get in a retrograde remedy.
And the spray, which we don't have
right.
because we should have brought one.
These
really.
three beautiful colors. Are very mercurial.
Yep, that said, there are but 12 of them.
Right, we only have 12. He only made 12 retrograde kits.
Yes.
But that you get a harmony candle and a Mercury candle and a Mercury retrograde remedy candle, which is this one.
Yes.
And then a spray.
Yes.
Now.
And I think it's only $15, isn't it, off the top of my head?
I think so. Yeah,
which
because
is a
the
stupid
candles
good
are
deal, to be honest.
The candles are $3.75 each.
Yeah.
And the spray is $10. And then we gave it for $15, I think. So you get a little bit of a bargain there,
and it comes in a lovely organza bag
yeah.
with a little tie-on tag. And if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, you can see that there.
Yeah. So people who are interested in how our candles are made, Anton and Danny actually made a video of that, where they show our kitchen and our stove and the giant wax melter pot. My brother who loves to eat came to visit, and he said, "That's the biggest crock pot I've ever seen." Like all excited what he was going to get for dinner, and I said, "That's not a crock pot. That's the wax melter."
I'm going to make 100 pounds of foodie. That's like, that would be insane, wouldn't it?
But they are each. What we've done is, over time, worked out formulary based on astrology and color,
yes,
and aromatherapy, right? So for each candle, we've said, all right, the Mercury candle, what are we going to put in the Mercury candle? Well, we need scents that are ruled by Mercury. So we've chosen scents that are ruled by Mercury, and then we said, okay, what colors do we want? And Mercury is this beautiful kind of blue color. Which is interesting. When we were doing the statue of Clay Clauguffus, when we were doing the statue of Clay Clauguffus, he asked to be kind of that slate blue, and I thought it was because he was trying to tell me that he is the one of the skillful hand that would be much like the god Mercury equivalent. But apparently he's the color of Clay's slate mountain, so that's awesome.
Nantley, I think it is. So, yeah. Nantley in Wales, yeah.
So it's interesting, all these kind of connections and things like that.
Well, there's such a magical connection to that, and I mean, there's no coincidence that the blue stones at Stonehenge actually came from Preseli in Wales, that they've got that incredible kind of blue communicative sort of. It's interesting, isn't it? It's colours. I've always been really fascinated with colours. I think colours
you get the chakras, you get,
we respond to colours.
We do.
You know, there are some colours that are, you know, uplifting. There are some colours that make you want to eat. There are some colours that are calming. There are some colours that say, "Oh, keep away, danger." You know, I mean, if you look at a coral snake, isn't it, with its red and its black and its yellow in very strong stripes, that's like, keep away from me.
Yeah,
You ain't gonna
nature does tell you about danger by patterns and dots.
It's kind of cool. It really is. So love it. What is it? Do you have any crystals to recommend for Mercury retrogrades?
Well, yes. So Mercury is throat chakra, right? This energy here. So you probably want maybe an aquamarine or something that's going to help with the flow of communication. And then I would also combine that with a clear quartz because you want clarity.
Blue lace agate's another good one.
Blue lace agate's a great one.
Blue calcite is
blue
good,
calcite, blue kyanite even, that helps you to connect.
And no negative energy with that one as well. Yeah, can't pick
so any of your throat chakra stones, any of your blue stones, obviously now lapis is more third eye kind of energy, and kyanite, blue kyanite, but still anything that would work with throat chakra. And then you can always add a clear quartz for clarity or to make that other crystal work better, right? And we showed you when we talked about our little crystal 101, we said add copper or a conductive stone, right? Apotholite would be another great one that you could use to get the energy pulsing or moving, right? And again, apotholite usually grows in little pyramid kind of conform. What is that word I'm looking for? Configuration. That's it.
What about apatite? I have one that is a colour of Anton's shirt.
Perfect. That's a perfect throat chakra stone. Yep.
There you
and
go.
then just, meditate with it for a little bit and say, please help me with my creativity, or please help me keep communication flowing in a clear and, healing way. And the blue stones, you'll notice too, are also very healing energy. Calming, soothing energy. Like Anton was saying, blue lace or, aquamarine, they're very calming and soothing. So they'll work for this full moon as well. And then, of course, for this full moon, I would always recommend moonstone, right? And when I say moonstone, I mean a feldspar. So I mean that peachy moonstone or the dark moonstone.
Rather than rainbow moonstone.
Rather than rainbow moonstone, because that's a spectralite. And that would be something I would use more for crown in a sense, because that's like all the colors. Yeah? So like rainbow moonstone and labradorite are the two energies of spectralite.
I love it. Except that was crystals was
Right.
the thing for. We're supposed to be talking about candles. See, there you go. Mercury retrograde. We've got
on a tangent.
We've gone
That's
off on a
okay.
tangent. We do that all the while.
But yes, today we'd like to talk a little bit about candle magic and a shameless plug for our
Candle club.
candles.
Well,
Yeah.
we do that.
So right now everybody's probably heard about the cost of living going up and a supply chain is messed up and all these kind of things. And I will admit that the last year or so, even a little bit longer, has been very challenging to be a buyer.
Yeah, well, kudos to you. You've been doing okay with that.
You have to really think ahead. I mean, you notice that this time of year bathing suits are in the stores and,
Really?
and
yes.
right. Well,
Well,
people
polar
are going.
plunge. Let's go.
People are usually going on vacation to warmer places, but as a buyer, a retail buyer, you have to kind of think ahead and plan what you're going to need. So, really, it was very difficult because you had no idea what you were going to actually be able to sell during the pandemic. Are we going to be even open? But then there was also these interesting kind of challenges with things not being available. There are California wildfires, so we may not have a crop next year of white sage. There has been a bombing of the warehouse in Yemen, so all of the resins that were harvested to make incense are melted and gone, and we have to wait for those resins to be harvested the following year. So I was lucky enough to be able to find a supply of incense, even though some of it has come with foreign language package, but at least we know what it
Smells just the same.
Smells the same. And I did order an abundance of sage because I thought, even if, it'll keep for a time.
It will, yeah. Well, if it's properly dried, it would keep almost,
right.
Forever,
so,
frankly.
we still have several hundred sage sticks because it's something that people need. It's the awareness shop isn't just a shop. It's a place where people come to get their spiritual supplies to do their work with,
the
right?
stuff that you need to do your magic.
One of the biggest deals was our votive candles. And years ago, I used to get them from a supplier who was fantastic.
I remember them.
And his name was Cosmo. And he sold his company. He was very successful. He did great work. And he sold his company and he retired. And the person that bought his company was much more of a business bottom line person than an kind of ethical spiritual person.
Yeah, we noticed a big fall off in quality, didn't we?
So yeah, the candles got really strange, and there was the pore lines. You could see them; they were kind of being made a little shoddy, and they didn't smell as nice.
No, they were done in a water bath or something, so they cooled off quickly. It was all about how quick can we make them,
I looked at the wick, and there was a tiny, tiny dot in the center of the wick, which told me that was a lead wick.
Why would you do that?
So I called and I talked to the owner and I said, I'm one of your biggest customers. Okay, probably not the biggest, but we were up there. We carried every flavor that they had, every scent that they had, and we ordered monthly.
Yeah,
and I said,
an awful lot of stuff.
I said to him, do you know where the word votive candle comes from? Devotion. And my customers are buying these candles for devotional purposes, whether it's to connect to spirit or to light the watchtowers or to do candle magic.
Indeed. Yeah.
So they're going to actually be in a small space, probably scrying or leaning over this candle.
Could be.
You cannot make them with lead wicks. You will poison my customers.
Yeah.
So Anton said, well, we'll find another supplier.
We did for a time, and he was very, very good.
But
he couldn't keep
up with demand because
it would take us months to get our order.
Right.
And I personally know that
how hard it is.
Sometimes, we which is why we trained up Danny as my apprentice, if you will, to make candles, because it's hard to keep them on the shelves. We have 120 different kinds.
120 different kinds.
Plus a couple we make
so
for
each one you have to go and look up the formulary and cut the color and drip the oil and...
Don't tell Shep and Tacky, but the formulary is actually stored on our database. So it's kind of... I haven't got a hope in hell otherwise of knowing what it is, There are the top pops I know I've got totally in my head.
Right, he could make a positive energy candle in his sleep.
Positive energy, love, protection, money drawing, prosperity, abundance, all of those guys stuck in my head, and obviously things like dragon's blood. I mean, that's pretty straightforward, but the colors are very important to it. And the other thing we found as well is temperature is critical in making candles. And I'll let you into a secret. One of the things that we like about our candles, and we'll be hopelessly modest about this, is you don't see a pore line in them. Yeah, and the wicks are actually set entirely by hand, believe it or not.
In batches
now,
of 20,
this is why, if they were doing that, I can understand that they would just want something that's going to stay up. And that company, and we're not going to name names because I don't.
No, that's
we
not
don't
cool.
speak bad of suppliers, But they obviously made a commercial decision, and theirs was to how fast can we
how are we going to keep up with demand?
How fast can we produce it, and how can we take cost out of the situation, or the equation, reduce costs as much as possible. So the quality of their they were doing their second pours way too quickly. As it takes a minimum of 2 pours to make a candle because the wax expands as you melt it.
So it shrinks back.
So it's going to shrink back as it cools, and that can pull the wick into all sorts of weird and wonderful shapes and pull the wick right down into the candle. Having a wired wick is going to prevent that happening because
but then
that
you have to deal with burning the wire.
Then you've got to deal with whatever metal it is that's in that wire. And honestly, yeah, there is still an abundance of cheap lead wire wicks available that probably come from, you know, the Far East, putting it bluntly. So yeah, we all of our wicks are actually made for us fairly locally. The company we buy them from is in Pennsylvania, and they make them to our specs, and we order the wicks at 10,000 at a pop, generally speaking, because and
we're making a lot of candles,
and
guys.
Our candles are made in batches of 20, a minimum of 20. With our formula is for 20 candles, which is kind of weird because if you think about it, there's 18 candles fit in the box. But
well,
we've always
you
got
lay
that.
2 on the top so you can. Yeah.
Well, we've always got that extra 2 just in case of, you know, because we have cats. And
Charlotte likes to try to
sometimes
steal and chew wicks.
she is such a mechanic, I'm telling you. She'll like she'll have the wicks out the box and away with them all over the place. But she'll also, the one time as it shrinks back, we have to pull our wicks as well. So the wick gets pulled in and we straighten the wick. And that's
before the second pour.
Before the second pour goes in. And the temperature of the second pour, and this is, we'll let you into a little trade secret here. The temperature of the second pour is absolutely critical. And would you believe it turns out to be exactly 180 degrees? That is...
Which is a 9.
Well, and it's also 180, which is
the
where
number
we're
of our
at.
shop. Yeah.
So yeah, that's where it is. If it's too cold, it's not gonna, you know, you can get where the top fractures and doesn't melt in. Too hot, and you can actually, the wick would melt and not stand upright. So you've got that issue there. These are the wax that we use is actually food grade wax as well. You could literally eat one of these candles. It's the same stuff that you would get on wax paper.
Wax lips, I guess, out of or something.
Yeah, well, I suppose you could.
When we were kids. When I was a kid, I'm old.
They smell better than they taste, I will say.
Oh, they smell delicious. And you have to smell the bottom. If you're going to come in and be a candle sniffer, it's much better to sniff the bottom, right? If you smell the top, the oils have kind of, you know, you can smell them more concentrated on the bottom.
The idea is that we tend to use botanicals and essential oils in our candles. And because of that, the smells are not, you know, so in your face as like something like Yankee Candle or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's about to fall off the wall there. I think I might have to just go and press it in 2 seconds.
Do you also make pillars for glass? Well,
we have
we have in the past done the shorter intention pillars, but that's done in batches of 6, and we'd really need to be caught up with everything else in order to do those again. In the shop, I do have some pillar candles, but we have not made them. And they're okay, but we can't speak for exactly what's in them, Mike. So, you know, again, buyer beware. But I do sell them in the shop, so, you know, I think that they're okay. I wouldn't sell something that I couldn't get behind. Right?
We do make our own pillars occasionally,
but it's not something we do all the time. We have a whole line. Really. We have a whole line mapped out of what we want to do for Welsh Celtic deities and power animals, and then they would come with a crystal and a little kit for your altar. But that's something that we'll launch when we have a little more time.
Yeah, we just.
So in the meantime, COVID comes along, and what happens? Shipping goes up.
Oh, yeah.
So now to get wax in a 50-pound box sent to the shop, so the price of the wax has gone up, the price of the shipping has gone up, and the price of color has gone up, and the price of wicks has gone up.
Yep.
And we could go drive to pick up the wax because it's only Pennsylvania, but that's a day of our time, both of our time, to go pick up the wicks and wax and everything. So, for the first time in I don't know how long, years, we've had to raise the price of the candles. And we know as craft people, meaning crafting as making things, not craft of the wise necessarily, but we know as craft people that you almost never get paid for your time. You know, you're never going to make up your time. So we're not raising the price to make up our time. We're raising the price because we figured out how much oil, wax, colorant, shipping, blah, 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 how much each candle now costs and what we would need to sell them for on a regular basis. So the candles are now $3.75 a piece. But that's because we really we have no choice. We can't just have a whole wall of candles if they're not paying their rent to be there, right?
Well, so to speak, yeah. I mean, it was a conservative increase. It wasn't drastic.
Right. I mean,
but it was necessary.
When we went to Salem on our little recce, most people were charging $5 for a votive candle, and they weren't as big,
or as
and
nice.
they weren't as nice.
Being snooty.
Being snooty, yeah.
Being snooty.
So our votive candles have gone up to $3.75 each, and we sell them by 10, get the 11th one for free. So for $37.50, you could get 11 votives. But wait, there's more.
Before you order, just pay separate shipping and handling. Actually, no, we do have something incredible, do we not?
We have something called the Candle Club. So Candle Club is a monthly thing that you would subscribe to. And we ask people to subscribe so we know what we have to make.
Yes, because certain ones are made specifically for those.
Candle Club. Although we do have some of these for sale. All right. So what we do, again, we go through and we say, what astrology is going to happen next month?
Well, that's your gig.
Is there a Sabbath? Is there a full moon that we want to honor? Is there a Mercury retrograde? Is there something going on? Right. And we put together a pack of 11 candles for you. So 8 of those candles are what we're offering in the club. And 3 of those candles are your choice, if you'd like, or what we would choose for you because we know who you are, right? Like there might be a person who we know is Leo, so we'll always give them a Leo or a sun candle. Or we might know that somebody is always working on peace in their household, so we give them a peace candle in their kit. Or we might know that somebody's also very much working on trying to find love, so we might give them a love and a one love and a seduction or whatever.
Baby.
So you can request, could you please always send me a positive energy? Could you please always send me a power? And I'll talk a little bit more about that. But every month you get a candle club. So why don't you read January? So you could sign up today.
You could.
And this is what
this is what you're going to get. So Lisa does this lovely little thing for each month of what we've got going on. Danny, our candle making apprentice, she's very good. She's coming along really well at it, to be honest, as well. So
she helps us with this.
So we produce this every month. So this month we celebrate the lunation of Birch in the Celtic lunar zodiac. So this month we welcome the calendar new year with hope and a chance for new beginnings. What would you like to focus on this coming year? The Chinese calendar begins the year of the water tiger on February 1st. So
this is a special pour.
Oh, it smells ridiculous. It's got 2 cents in
it. It really does. So water tiger, we have the orangey color for the tiger.
Tigers.
And then the water color at the bottom. So when you burn it, they'll kind of blend together and build this foundation for this year. Now, water tiger is really kind of the energy of Leo and Pisces. So you want to talk about a dramatic year. It's going to be intense.
That's me. I am a water tiger.
You are a water tiger. Oh, baby, you are intense. All right. So go ahead. Keep reading.
Okay. So the element of water lends calm consideration and the ability to contemplate and reflect. It brings our focus to healing and the ability to observe and offer empathy and compassion. Water is the source of life. It has the ability to flow, yet can be unyielding and powerful. You can't compress fluids.
And it can burn up, burn.
Wear a hole in the
Wear a
rock,
hole in
yeah,
the rock,
absolutely.
yeah.
The tiger is powerful, brave and strong. Yes, I am. The wonderful thing about tigers is tigers are wonderful things. Yes, the water tiger implores us to slow down and think in order to grow. That's tough for me. That's it. It can be a time of great development and creation, but comes with challenges and the need for planning. Oh dear.
Hello, Carla.
Well, they say if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Well,
so,
yes.
so I could take some lessons there. Emotions over the past have certainly been heated. This year asks you not to act upon them, but instead take time to contemplate and choose the best path for this lunar year. Still, we're dealing with a global pandemic, so we will continue to focus on healing as we look forward to this new calendar year. Use your Mercury and retrograde remedy candles to help see you through the Mercury retrograde happening 114 right now through to 2-3. So yes, good time for revisit.
So what are you getting in this
So
kit?
you get 2 Mercury candles. Which are these? I love the smell of those. Beautiful.
They're all gorgeous.
Beautiful
All right,
Wedgwood
so
blue.
2 Mercuries.
All right. 2 retrograde remedy. This is a one that we make specifically for that. Okay.
All right.
2 harmony. Oh, she's running out of hands here. Wait, there's more. Oh,
it's okay.
You knew it had to happen.
2 harmony.
2 harmony. 1 healing, which is this one here.
Healing.
And 1 year of the water tiger. And 3 personal choices, which you can either choose or Lisa tends to pick them out for people because she likes to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Or
you do
Danny
with your
will
crystals.
too. Yep.
I don't know where it went.
Oh, way over there. Never mind. All right, so
There's a candle loose in the studio.
Now, Candle Club is only $25.
Ooh.
So you'll
That's
get
cheap then, isn't
you'll
it?
get your 11 candles every month for $25 versus $37.50 if you come in the store. And even though they are a discount, you can still get karma points for that $25.
Yep, you would.
So it's a really good deal, and then every month you're kind of hooked up for what's happening.
Does she not know we...
I would think she would.
Well, I think maybe she forgot.
I don't know. She'll figure it out. So, the store is calling, but we're in the middle of Elevensies, so we can't be answering the phone. Hopefully it's not the sky is falling, so we'll have to see.
Well, hopefully. I love it. Mercury retrograde, isn't it? It's just so perfect. I don't understand why you didn't answer. Yeah.
I think she finally went, oh crap, it's Elevensies.
It's
so anyway,
Monday. It's
right.
11.
So candle magic is something we thought we would talk about a little bit. From the prosperity work that we did the other day.
Well, it's your plan to burn them for the entire lunation, isn't it? Ideally.
Yeah. And, well, periodically when we're in here, I'll burn them just because it's a way of sending more energy to that prosperity ritual.
Right. Yep.
Right?
Keep the energy flowing.
When we do candle magic, it's a little different than maybe someone who's following a different tradition, right? I know that there are 7-day candles where a person may light the candle and then have to leave it in their sink or something because they're going to burn it from start to finish in one go. And they're going to leave it there with that intention burning for 7 days or however long the candle's going to burn. And our votives are 15-hour votives.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't expect someone to sit and stare at the candle for 15 hours straight. You certainly could.
If you want to do some intense magic.
So in our tradition, we're saying charge the candle for what your intention is. Burn the candle while you're in ritual for a period of time. And then burn the candle when you are able to focus on it, right? So leaving the candle burning unattended while you're at work or whatever you're doing, that's okay if that's your belief, that your intention is going out the whole day and you're worried about whether the cat's going to burn your house down or whatever. But for us, in our tradition, it's more important to actually watch the candle burn or be present and attached to the energy of the candle, right?
Sort of focused on the job at hand, so to speak.
Yes,
Yeah.
and also we think about as the candle is burning, it's transforming its fuel, right? It's transforming the wax into the ethers,
Yep.
right? So you've put your intention for healing into the candle. And as the candle is burning, that transformation is happening.
You know what I really love about candles, and this is the one thing, certainly within our Craft of the Wise course, it comes up time and time again. Each of the elements, if you will, are separate and disparate and are elemental, but they all are sort of associated with each other and are sort of combined with each other. And the candle is the perfect example of this. It starts out solid, which could well be the element of earth. And we light it. Well, obviously we've got the element of fire there, but what happens is the heat from the flame melts the solid wax and it goes into a liquid, and that then comes up into the air, you know, and the aroma goes out with that.
So elementally think about that transformation from earth to fire, right? So it's an alchemical transformation. It's a magic, it's an alchemy. And if we think about the circle, when we teach in our tradition, we say that earth is fixed feminine and fire is fixed masculine. And water and air are the transformers or the introducers that say, we will help you understand that opposite energy. So a candle really does hold the energy of earth, water, air, and fire. So
Sparky's being an accountant.
She's
it's about
being
5.5 hours of candle burning per month, give or take, for a monthly candle club of a box for 11 hours of burning per day. Yeah, but
they'll
burn them together.
They'll burn 15, each votive will burn 15 hours.
They will in the right container. Yeah, definitely.
Right. So
put it on a plate, it's going to run everywhere.
exactly. If you put it on a plate, the fuel runs flat and the wick can't get that fuel from way over there on the other side of the plate. But if you put it in
like a votive cup.
Votive cup.
Here's an elemental votive cup.
Yeah, this is the one.
Made by you.
Yes, we made elemental votive cups. But the candle fits in there pretty perfectly, and it'll burn all the way down, and all you have left is that little wick holder at the bottom.
And a tip for top, if you put like a teaspoon of water in the bottom
quarter
of your
teaspoon.
quarter teaspoon, tiny bit of water, tiny bit of water, it does make popping the remnants out that much easier. But as
right, like you can see, this one's almost finished. You can see the little silvery thing in there, right?
Yeah,
and
the wick clip, the wick retainer.
The wick, that'll just pop out when we're ready.
Yep. And always be sure to pop those out.
Yeah, you don't pile them up, they'll crack.
Don't pile another one on there and another one on there, because that it doesn't do its job properly then. It won't actually get to the bottom. The mini cauldrons, the cast iron cauldrons, they're fantastic for burning candles.
Right, and then you can just put the lid on.
Snuff your candle out.
Because it might be insulting to the fire elemental to blow it out. A great way to put your candle out in between is to clap over top of the flame. Mm-hmm. We could just show that if you want.
It's a percussive thing. It works wonderfully. Yeah, I will hold the candle up. You can do it. We'll demonstrate how to do this.
So some people lick their finger and clip the wick that way. And that is also insulting because that's liquid water, right? So energy is what fire's all about. So if you come over top of it, you can clap it out like that.
And it's not actually the air movement that blows the candle
it's the
out
energy
doing that.
Of that.
It's you will notice if we had some very expensive if we had some expensive camera here, high speed film or whatever, you'd actually see there's a shock wave knocks the flame clean out.
So that's the best way to put the candle out.
That's what we tend to do. We always clap our candles out. You just be mindful not to catch anything, you know, if you're wearing a
wax everywhere.
Yeah, it's happening too.
But that's the best way to put out your magical candle. We will take a candle snuffer and snuff out candles at the end of a ritual.
Yep.
But your magic that you're working on, you don't want to insult the energy that you're working with. And the other thing you can do is combine energy, just like we were talking about combining crystals, right? So if you had healing that you wanted to work on, why not take a power candle and empower that healing, or a problem solving, or good health,
or love? Whatever.
Whatever
think
you're
about
gonna
what
heal.
you're working on. That you want to bring healing to, and combine those. So if you burned one candle at a time, you're going to be. But you can put. Who burns one candle at a time?
I don't know, but they're 15 hours, and you'd get 11, so you'd have enough.
Oh,
but a lot of people that are on Candle Club come in between and get more candles
They buy
anyway.
more.
But that's cool. So, it's like candles are like crystals. You can never have too many.
You can't, can you?
But you
And
could.
they're also good in a power cut.
But you could take a cauldron, even a bigger cauldron than this, and you could say, okay, I'm working on prosperity. So I'm going to have money drawing, wealth, power, and positive energy. And I'm going to do all that for my situation, right? Love, one love, healing, yeah? And then you can also say, okay, today is the Cancer full moon. I'm going to put a Cancer candle, a full moon candle, a healing candle, and an abundance candle together. So you don't have to burn just one. You can kind of make a recipe.
You could.
You could make a recipe. And then there's all kinds of other ways to do candle magic. You could dress the candle yourself with oils if you wanted to. You could write an intention. You could take a pen, or you could take
your white-handled knife,
or clear quartz that you have. That's a long, thin, clear quartz that would act as like a writing instrument, and you can scribe into there, I am healthy, I am wealthy, or a sigil that you've made.
Sigil magic on your candles. You could anoint your candle as well.
You can anoint it. You could put herbs, but if you're going to put herbs with it, you want to be careful to be sure and watch it, because they can catch fire and cause problems.
They can.
But yeah, there's all kinds of ways you could do candle magic. We would definitely suggest, though, watching the candle while it's burning. And not just like, I'm sat here reading a book while the candle's burning. I'm going to burn the candle while I'm thinking about,
be present,
and focusing on and being present for my intention, right? And you could look for a message in the candle too. How is the flame burning, right? When you spoke your enchantment, did that flame rise to say, I'm answering you? Or did it flutter to say, come on, put more energy in? How would you interpret what the flame is doing?
Oh, we've seen some weird stuff with it.
Flames turn blue around the edge,
Ooh.
all kinds of things, and you're like, okay. So, the idea is for you to think it through and to be present.
Be present. We think be present, yeah. I mean, honestly, candle magic is probably one of the most easily approachable. I want to say simple. It can be simple. It can be very simplistic in its nature, but that doesn't make it any less effective. You think about it, when a kid blows out candle, make a wish. You blow out the candles
That's a
on your
birthday
cake.
candle. That's magic.
That's an act of magic in itself, right there.
Yeah.
The candles are quite magical things, because if you like, this was the ability for us to control fire in a way. So we have this harness thing. I mean, it's and even now light is measured in candle power. How many candle? It's 1 million candle power.
Yeah,
that's one big light there. Yeah, but it's amazing stuff. It really is. And now we do love making candles. It's so therapeutic to make them.
Yeah.
Very
It's labor intensive.
it is
though,
labor intensive. We're usually up until 2-ish.
They can make about
in the
20
morning.
kinds a day. So that would be 5 days, full on days, to make the 120 flavors.
Yes, it's quite. It can be quite challenging. But Yeah, so we use, as I said, we use essential oils as much as possible, botanicals, essential oils. The interesting thing about that is quite a lot of them, they're tricky in wax, and you want it to go in the candle and come out with a linear scent release as the candle is burned, not all be on the top like a pool or all be on the bottom kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we use and this was one of the challenges for us. We use something called Vibar 343, which is a wonderful thing which modifies the candle so that it actually can hold a lot more essential oils and that they stay.
It makes that beautiful modeling.
And it aids to mottle. You get that kind of beautiful sort of mottled effect. I mean, we like it. My favourite is where they sort of part mottle. You've got, bits of mottling showing through rather than universally mottled.
And if you don't have the particular color that is suggested, like, this color for healing, this color for money, this color for whatever, you could just use white.
White always
and
works.
Then put your intention in. So a white candle is like the clear quartz or the rosemary. Right? You can use rosemary for anything. You can use clear quartz for anything. You could use a white candle for anything. So
this is very true. So yeah, if you were a bit of a candle aficionado, you like candles, our candle club is extraordinarily inexpensive for what you get now, and we kept the price of the candle club the same, so you're getting a ridiculously good deal,
Well, we made a commitment to the people that are on the club, so
exactly thus. So if you want to sign up for candle club, just give us a call, PM us, whatever.
I think we have 6 extra clubs this month that we made because we knew we were going to talk about candle magic.
So there you go.
So 6 people can sign up and get the Mercury retrograde ones. And again, like if you were going to buy the Mercury retrograde remedy kit, you get 3 candles and a spray. But here, for $10 more, you're going to get 11 candles.
That's true. Very, very true. And they're very, very beautiful. Yeah.
And you could request the other 3 candles.
You can.
You could say, I need a Caradwyn and a Gwyneth Neath candle. Or I know the Mari is really active these next couple of weeks until the Leo full moon. So I'm asking you for a Rhiannon candle.
Do you have a candle that shovels snow?
Sorry, no.
I think that's my next project when we're done here.
How we're going to get out the front door.
Oh, it's doable.
It opens out.
We'll get there. Yes, the storm door is stormed up. I think the problem is it dumped some freezing rain on it, didn't it? Which wasn't too clever. So I'm going to have to get my winter boots on and be big and brave and go shovel and stuff.
All right, so
we'll do that. So there you go. That's Candle Club, and
we've talked a lot about candle magic
a little bit.
How to approach it. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, hope you found that interesting. Hope you did. And if you haven't mashed the like button yet, do it now.
Please do it now.
Do it now. All right, then.
All right, card of the week. All right.
What have we got?
Think about this full moon energy,
it's a
healing
great day.
energy, Venus rising. I don't know what somebody said there.
My husband wants the shoveling candle.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right. Card of this week.
Well, positive energy is probably a good one, actually. And card for this week, King of Pentacles.
Oh.
Well, a little bit of abundance going on then. This is quite a week full of fecundity, I think. Lots of opportunity for good return.
I was just going to say return on your investment.
Good return. So
this is a week of what you give out comes back to you. So take your time and do this magic.
Do the magic. And nurture where it needs to be nurtured.
Wendy says magic works.
Oh, only 100% of the time.
It does.
Yeah, magic works. it's a damn good job it does,
Right. Well, look, we said we'd see the transformation from earth to vapor.
It's beautiful. So yeah, this is I don't know. I always feel it's a very Taurian card, but the Taurian, and here's my tie-in with this. Taurus obviously is ruled by Venus, and is very classy. Loves all the classy. Doesn't do cheap and tacky. Yeah,
no.
We haven't seen Shep and Tacky in a while.
No,
we haven't. Yeah, he'd be after the what knows what's on.
I found the Anton puppet too, but he's naked.
No,
so.
no, there are some things you can't unsee. Don't. No. Anyway, so whatever you're doing, do it Do it right. Do it with class. Do it with great love. And Venus comes back on the scene, does she not?
She does today.
So
this morning,
she's like, and there's
appeared
almost
as a
that
morning
kind
star.
of, you know, the grapes and all this sort of stuff coming here. That's, you know, the promise of great abundance. You know, if you plant the right seeds, if you do what's necessary, if you nurture what's necessary. So it's a great card for return on investment. Just be mindful what you're investing in. Are you
How are you talking to yourself?
Yes. Yes. That's me. I'm going to shut up now and let you.
So yeah, I think that communication is important this week, obviously. And I think how you speak to yourself is going to be very important. And I think, honestly, this is a time to really do something to invest in your dream, to invest in your future. Now is a time to take action to clean up past things, right? If you still have some old unfinished business, Mercury retrograde's a perfect time to take care of unfinished business. So it's a great time to take that little bit of extra effort and energy, put it into your project, and see it blossom.
Indeed.
All right, folks.
Mercury retrogrades don't have to be bad. You know, you can certainly revisit. I've got so much I need to get back on with, you know, projects that have gotten stalled. So we always try to get back there to do that. Oh, hello. We've got a new person come to visit us. Hello.
Oh, well, you'll have to scribe back or whatever they call it. Scroll back.
Yeah, roll back. Yeah, watch it all again.
To see the whole thing.
Yeah, and do mash that like button. It helps us greatly. Yeah. Thank you. If you know, comment on the actual comments as well, rather than just in the chat. You know,
it does help
nice.
us.
It does. Anything you can do. And gosh, what do we put up another one? I don't know if you guys we'll be recording one today for the healing circle, which we'll be putting.
Go watch the prosperity one. Get a feel for the ritual. Get involved in that. If you're working on prosperity, if that one of your dreams or goals, that'll be very helpful for you. We are going to record, like I said, the Cancer full moon. We're going to connect with that energy and collect it and record a healing ritual tonight.
Yep, never let a full moon go to waste. That's
no, and we'll see you Wednesday night. We'll see you Wednesday night for the Facebook Live free, not
YouTube.
Facebook, sorry, YouTube Live free readings.
Yep.
I will post an event on Facebook, but we're going to just do it on YouTube. And we never know, you might see us for a box opening.
Well, you know, if there are boxes that need to be opened, then we will certainly oblige in that respect. But so we got to go and shovel some snow and all that fun stuff now. Well, I'm going to shovel. You can make some break or something. I don't know, some foodies.
Yeah, I got to be careful with the shoveling business.
Don't be shoveling. I'll be doing the shoveling. It's okay.
I got to go feed my chickens.
Well, let me shovel a path to them first for you. I will do that.
All right, everybody. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, please do like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate you very, very much. And thank you for joining us today. Yeah, box openings. Yeah, right. We like box openings.
We got some beautiful rose quartz.
Oh, didn't we?
I took a little video of that, so maybe we'll share that later this week too. Who knows?
Okay. All right.
Lots going on.
Lots to do. So much to do and no time to do it. There you go.
All right.
Oh, and the other thing, just as a completely aside, in our sort of in our Muggle life, you know, Lisa's a bit of a petrol head, and she's had this 5-litre Mustang from new. So we're starting to document the story of that because it's
the restoration.
Oh gosh, it's a bit of a rot box, to be honest. It's in dire need of tender, loving care, and it's getting it. So just watch them too. They're fun. Let's see a different side of us. As you do.
We got all kinds of things.
We got all sorts of things. You never know what we're going to do next, do you? There's always something going on.
Peace and blessings, everybody. We're gonna have a great day.
Just
go
finish our things. So thank you so much for watching. Be blessed and have an amazingly wonderful day. Bye.